Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for iPad today is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
Life is hard. Let's have some handy apps.
Let's. Plus cracking down on iPad theft, how to back up your photo albums, very important. And Pitchers and Catches Report. It's baseball season, baby.
All that and Sound Uncovered on iPad today.
iPad Today is brought to you by GoToMeeting with HD Faces from Citrix, the powerfully simple way to meet and collaborate with colleagues and clients anywhere. You can share the same screen and see each other face-to-face with HD video conferencing, even from an iPad. Sign up for your 30-day free trial today. Visit GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, use the promo code iPad. And by Lentronix, maker of the X-Print server. Print from your iPad, iPhone, or any iOS device to virtually any printer. For more information, visit xprintserver.com/twit and enter the code TWIT to receive free shipping on your order.
When do you go on your big road trip?
Oh, the road trip down to the Los Angeles.
Down to the Los Angeles.
On the I-5.
On the I-5.
That's how you know when someone's from Northern or Southern California.
Yeah, because they say the 405 instead of
101.
101.
Yeah,
right.
and we all go,
the 101. It's
whatever.
a 101. It's not the 101.
Well, it's just what you take 101 to 128 to 37 kind of thing.
That's right.
That's
you're going to drive a Tesla S Roadster.
It's not a Roadster, it's a Model S.
Model S, I'm sorry. That's the coupe, right? That's the four-door sedan. All the way from San Francisco to LA without stopping once.
Well, no, we have to stop because it won't actually make it on a single charge. Because it has about a 300-mile radius.
And this is a 400-mile, 500-mile.
This is an electric car, if anyone's really confused.
So, but it was a big story. The New York Times tried to do it from D.C. to Boston, and he couldn't make it. And then Tesla said he intentionally screwed it up.
He wrote a critical review.
He wrote a very critical review.
And Elon Musk, who's the founder of Tesla, basically said, this guy sabotaged this whole thing.
And then the Times came back, and they went back and forth.
There was a little bit of a back and forth. Well, it turns out that my friend and yours, David Prager,
owns one.
He owns one.
He owns one?
Yeah, he let me borrow it one day, and I'm like, I love this car more than I've loved ever a human. Yes, I brought it up to here one day. I don't think you were at work that day. Oh. It was a lot of fun.
One day at work I miss all year, and that's the one you come with.
Well, you miss every Monday, actually, and I think it was a Monday, as I recall.
You did that on purpose.
I did, because I knew that you'd take it.
I would. So was it fun to drive?
It's so fun. It's the best car ever.
Oh, I'm very jealous.
Very jealous. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, and we're going to take it until we have to stop, charge it, and just kind of see how it goes. It's the West Coast Tesla trip.
And are you going to document this in the New York Times or some other?
I don't think the New York Times will have us, but we'll probably tweet or something. Maybe take some Instagram.
I think it sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. That's Friday after work, so.
That's this Friday.
Yeah, you're not going to I'm not missing any work. It's just what I'm doing this weekend.
I don't care if you miss work.
You kind of care, right?
Yeah, okay.
You miss me a little bit, right?
I miss you.
Okay.
You actually, people may be watching this live and wondering, what the heck? And that's because you might have jury duty. We're doing this on Tuesday instead of Thursday.
Right. Yeah, if you're watching after the fact,
it won't make any difference.
Doesn't matter.
We're going to release it the same day.
Yeah.
Actually, we could release it early.
Well, we can't, though, because we have to do some stuff on Thursday.
That's right. So there's a contest.
Oh.
We're going to stick in there.
We're going to talk about.
But we don't have the rules yet, so we'll add that before delivering the show.
That's right.
But so, in fact, even if you watch the show live, you probably should watch it again
because you might.
You want to be in the contest.
Something that you might want.
Right,
That's right. It's a pretty cool contest. Hey, so today I decided to make up a theme. Made this one up. Kind of proud of it. It's called Handy Dandy Apps. I don't know. I thought handy apps just sounded blah. Handy dandy app sounds kind of like.
They're handy and they're dandy. So what are the criteria for a handy dandy app?
Just something that makes your life easier. Something that serves a need that you have that you never thought was possible that an app provides. There are a lot of apps like that.
Oh, I can think of some good ones.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to know.
Some of these were suggested by our viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, one that just came out that I've been very interested in using.
Which one?
Instashare. I'm very curious what you think of that. Yeah.
You want to start with Instashare?
Well, I don't know anything about it. I don't have it on here. But the idea is it's like AirDrop.
Yes.
where, you know, one of the issues, and I get calls all the time on the radio show, I want to put something on my iPad.
Yeah.
What's the easiest way to do it? And of course, for a long time, the only way to do it was to hook it up to a computer with running iTunes and have iTunes, you know, on some apps sync the data over. But we've gotten a lot better at that. There are a lot more ways to do it. Even Apple allows you to do it wirelessly now. I've suggested in the past Dropbox, but that has some limitations. The free account is only a few gigabytes, and the size of the files can only be a few hundred megabytes. So that may not be the ideal way to do it. And we've talked about other systems to do this. This one kind of duplicates a feature on the Macintosh called AirDrop that allows you to drag and drop a file from one internet-connected Macintosh to another internet-connected Macintosh. This is going to allow us, Instashare, to drag a file from our Mac to our iPad.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Now, it doesn't work with Windows. It's only Mac?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, this particular app. So what you do is, it's called Instashare.
Thanks to Hung Yuen for coming up with this one for us.
That's CloudClip, actually.
Oh, that's CloudClip.
Instashare is John in
Canada. Okay,
John
good.
in Canada.
Oh, you moved it around.
I did.
You're sneaky. You
I know.
good.
Well, now I'm like, oh, that's in first place now. Fine. So what you do is, what's cool about Instashare, and this is at instashareapp.com,
I really want to try this.
You need two devices, right?
Okay.
So earlier I was like, why can't I get my iPad and my iPhone to talk to each other? Because I hadn't downloaded it on my iPhone yet, but it's free, and it's also free as a Mac app. So I went ahead and downloaded it on my Mac, and it's running here in the background. Chad, I don't know if you can like pull up my Mac. I've got it plugged in here. But if I go ahead and pick I don't know, let's say a little photo here. Let's just pick this like somewhat unflattering photo of me from, I don't even know when that was from. Click or drop to start transfer to Sarah Lane's iPad, it says, because I'm on the same Wi-Fi network, so it understands. And here we go. And now, Chad, if you switch over to my iPad, I should be, photos.
This is the common, most commonly you'd want to copy media over, photos, music, and video.
Exactly. Oh, crap. Well, hold on a second. Twit Office. Now I have to make sure I'm
Oh, you have to be on the same Wi-Fi,
yeah,
obviously.
You have to be on the, wait. Well, hold on a second now. No, this should work. Hold on. All right, we got my photos again. Photos.
In a home environment, it wouldn't be such a big deal. You probably only have one Wi-Fi anyway. You're both on it, so you would just drag it right over.
Yeah.
It's not working, huh?
Yeah, well, that's...
Our Wi-Fi is a little funky.
I did this earlier.
You know, our Wi-Fi is a little
fine.
It's probably
weird.
us.
See files from other devices or use Instashare. I wonder if, let me try something. If I go ahead and exit out of Instashare and then launch it again, which is super clunky, but you know, I did just download this a little bit earlier in the day. Drop to start transfer to, now I'm sharing with Chad's iPad.
Yeah, I just downloaded it, and I was hoping that maybe I could
I could
help.
turn on a tune. We could all have it.
Well, that's...
Could you do that, distribute it to a variety of different people? What if I install it too?
I believe it's just one at a time.
Okay.
Well, I'm annoyed.
So I've started to share a picture with you.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that. No, well, that's cool. But that's from your iPad to my iPad.
Correct.
So I was trying to show from, OS 10 to an iPad, but...
Oh, but that's another way you can do it. You can share, that's actually maybe even more useful. You could share it between iPads on the same network.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That's cool, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. Weird. It's almost like I'm in some sort of a weird view here. Well, shoot. Instashare. I'm telling you, it worked earlier.
Instashoot
I'm not exactly
would be a better name for it.
Instashoot.
Well, that file in your files area, that was what I just sent you.
So look, he got a cat picture.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's weird. So what's interesting is that because of the thumbnail, I was confused. I didn't realize that was the updated photo.
So Chad
So
basically screwed you up.
It was working the whole time.
It's your fault, Chad.
Yeah, it sort of looks
You
like it's
thought
maybe
you
like
were
a
so-
picture of
so
a lake or
smart.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so it works fine. Chad is sending one file.
He's not going to send you a little middle finger picture.
Okay.
Oh!
See how fast that was?
That was really fast.
Yeah.
Is that your cat, Chad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Chad.
Neato.
Kitties. Okay, so let me just make
And this
sure
is
that this
free.
works
It's
for my
ad
Mac as
supported,
well.
which
Send with
is
Instashare.
annoying, but it's free anyway. And files, photos, and it automatically will see the photos on your iPad, so you can share those with other people.
Exactly. Yeah. Once it's in here, then you're good to go. you can just go ahead and share Chad's
Instashare.
photo with, a variety of apps that can import photos.
Quick, let me
that are
turn
on
that
your iPad.
off before you share that cat picture with me.
So that's Instashare. And so again, it's completely free, which is just awesome.
Very handy.
It does have some ads that are running at the bottom, and I believe that there is a version that you can pay for so that you don't have the ads. I found them very unintrusive, though. There was a
they're
Hulu
there.
ad that was like,
And you're not spending a lot of time in the app anyway.
Exactly.
We showed earlier, this is, I think, handy and dandy.
Okay.
We showed it on Before You Buy, but I just thought I'd pass it along to you. Belkin makes something called the Wemo.
Yeah.
W-E-M-O. And what they are is it's hardware devices that you plug into the wall and then you plug something into it. They also have a motion sensor as well. There's 2 different devices. And what's really cool is you can control it from your iPhone or your iPad. Now, they don't have an iPad dedicated app, but I'm using the iPhone app on here, and it's just fine. So I could see my Wemo switch. If I wanted to turn that light on anywhere from the internet, I just do that, and I've turned it on. But I also have a motion-controlled Wemo sensor here. It just sensed motion. So I can see when it's sensing motion. See, somebody's moving. And then what's really cool, I can set up some rules. So I can have a rule that says turn on the lights during a certain period of time, kind of like, because I'm gone on vacation. But you can even have, when I sense the motion in the living room, turn on a light in the bedroom. You could have it do all sorts of complicated scripts as well. If there's been no motion for half an hour, turn off all the lights in the house. You also can use IFFT.
If this, then that.
Uh-huh. It's IFTTT.com. And so you enroll your Wemo with IFT, and it becomes one of the actions that you can respond to.
That's awesome.
So you could say, if I see motion in the house, send me an email that I see motion. And turn on a light. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. I think this is a very interesting product. We only have the 2 of them. There it is. See, watch. You want me to turn off the light?
Yeah.
This is fun. I'm going to turn on the Wemo. It's sensing the Wemo. There's a switch. Now watch the light.
I'm in
Ready?
the dark.
Ooh, across
that's so
the
fun.
room.
That's so cool.
Across the room. Turn it back on. It's back on. Turn it off. But that's a very simple use for it. But isn't that cool? That's using Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Nothing extra. The Wemo switch is $50. The Wemo light sensor is $60, and it's $100 if you want both of them. And presumably, if you're going to use this a lot, you'd get a lot of them. They also have a baby monitor, a Wemo baby monitor.
Well, I see a curling iron there too. That's actually
okay. So the curling iron idea is, this is kooky, but let's say you left home and you left your curling iron, or you weren't sure if you left your curling iron.
Yeah.
You can actually turn it off via your iPhone.
Do you think that helps
If it's
people with
plugged into
OCD, or are they just like? Do you think the app didn't work? Maybe the app failed.
Well, that's the problem. But I always think I've left the oven on, and I always have to go back home and make sure I didn't.
Does that happen to you often?
No.
Okay, because the other night I did leave my oven on and I almost killed myself. I guess the Wemo wouldn't have helped because I just went to bed.
Yeah, well, it also doesn't work with gas appliances.
Oh, shoot.
Or 220 volt appliances. It's a simple 120 volt.
All right,
switch.
I just need to be more of a grown-up, I guess.
You could hook it up to any device. Like somebody's asking your garage door. Yes, indeed. Because that's not a 220 volt device, but you wouldn't hook it up to anything that required more power, like a washer, dryer, electric stove, thing like that.
Did I leave the washer on? So clean, too clean.
Anyway, I think that's a handy dandy app, don't you?
That is a very handy.
I think that's pretty cool. So the full review is on Before You Buy this.
Cool. Week. That's awesome. Penultimate is a Evernote property. This is.
They just bought it.
Yeah. And I mean, Penultimate is something I could show you guys some of my beautiful creations. We have talked about it on this show before. It is definitely the kind of sketching, note-taking app. This is, they like it to be sort of notebook-like. So
somebody was asking on the radio show, is there anything like this for Android? Because they would love something like this. This is, everybody agrees, the best note-taking app.
And I really think that this highlights why a stylus really comes in handy. Here's what's cool about Penultimate and why I'm talking about it again is, first of all, it hooks up with your Evernote account. So if you're an Evernote user, everything is searchable that you add to in Penultimate. But what's cool is that it can search words that you hand wrote, even if you're not a great handwriter like me. So what was one of the things that I said? Radical, right?
You mean it
I said,
knows
here's me in radical red. Check this out, dog.
You can understand your handwriting?
Results may be incomplete. Evernote is still processing.
It's still processing.
Well, that's annoying.
So it's doing the
I
optical.
did write that like right before the show, though.
Oh, hi, Leo. That's me.
But I searched for the word red, so that's Penultimate saying like, well.
That could be red or.
Because I was trying to.
It's a strange. Your handwriting is not great.
Well, you know what? Neither is yours. Okay. See, I was trying to make it pretty bad. Okay.
Oh yeah, you were trying to make it bad.
I was trying to make it
That's
pretty bad.
That's not your best handwriting.
Let's
That's just your worst.
see.
You were trying.
Oh, dear. All right.
To look like a doctor.
Okay. Boy, my demos are coming off without a hitch today, huh?
You're great. I got another one that'll be just as exciting, so you hang in there.
Hi. There we go. There we go. There's something I actually said that said hi.
You found it.
I found it.
Hi, Red.
Hi, Leo. Granted, again, this is like, sometimes I even write with my right hand. I'm not even right-handed just because it's like,
because then
it's not going to look good, you know, like.
Do you really sometimes write with your right hand?
Well, when I'm doing this, it's not going to look much better on my left, you know, because it's like, this isn't really
and it's using
conducive to great handwriting.
Right. It's using Evernote's built-in handwriting recognition, which is okay. It's not perfect. It's doing the best it can.
Yeah. So I think that's
I love it.
That's kind of neat, though. And I mean, you don't have to be within. There I am. I searched for red, and there I am.
There's
radical red.
Finally.
So the thing is like, hey, if the handwriting is subpar, you're probably going to get a lot of false positives, or it'll be like, I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, if you're trying to, write somewhat nicely, that's pretty cool. Especially if you're storyboarding something out and there's a lot of words and you're just like, I don't remember what page that one thing was on. I need to find that thought again. You can actually search handwriting, which is pretty cool.
How do you keep track of your passwords?
I just
memorize them.
I have like 90 of them.
Post-it notes.
And they're all sort of versions of the same password.
I know people who do that.
And every once in a while,
idea.
There's that site that's like, no, you've attempted 5 times, so now you can't do it for 24 hours. And I'm like, that sucks.
Some combination of my birthday, my shoe size, and the weight of my head. But I can't remember what order, that kind of thing.
Yeah. The birthday of that one boyfriend I hate so much from 10 years ago.
But he's still your password.
But no one would ever think because I hate him so much.
Well, we would now.
Well.
And he just had his birthday, so.
Well, he has in the last year.
You should use LastPass.
Yeah, I know.
So this is handy dandy, but it's a handy dandy on everything, and you should have it on your desktop. It will generate good passwords for you, long ones. It will remember them for you. And LastPass has iPad apps. In fact, they have several of them. There's LastPass Tab, which is basically a browser that you can use to automatically go into your sites, automatically log into your sites. There's also LastPass Wallet, which is great because it's a way of keeping track of credit card numbers, secure notes, and more than just website passwords. Highly recommend LastPass Wallet, LastPass Tab, and then there's just the generic LastPass application. All 3 of them are free. LastPass is free. You can buy a premium account for $1 a month, which gives you additional features. I highly recommend it. And then you can have secure passwords and not have to remember them. All you have to do is remember one main password. That's the one you get into LastPass.
Now, what about the folks that say 1Password?
1Pass is excellent also. In fact, better to use 1Pass or LastPass than what you're doing. I like LastPass because it works on more devices than anything else. But if you're a Mac-focused person or use Windows, 1Password works great on both of those as well.
Very cool.
Very good to have. One or the other, I don't care which. But you should absolutely start using one or the other.
Speaking of, on the next app I have to show you, which is extremely handy dandy, and this one was the one that was suggested by Hung Nguyen, is CloudClip. And this is actually, will work with 1Password if you are copying from one device and pasting on another. Have you ever done that? Where you're like, Control-C, and then you go over to iPad and you're like, oh wait, that's a different device.
Doesn't have it.
Doesn't work that way.
Clipboard's on the other one.
But if you work with an app called CloudClip, you can actually copy from your iPad, paste on your Mac, or vice versa, which really does come in handy. And what's neat is that you can actually turn off anything that's copied from 1Password.
How does it do that?
Because it's magic. So it works either via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi network.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So so let me open up. I've got CloudClip. You need it running on obviously both of the devices that you're sharing in between, but they're both free, which is great. So I've got a few different URLs that that I've been. It's funny. It knows what I'm saving because I've been.
You've been pasting a lot.
I've been pasting our rundown during the show. But so I've got CloudClip.
Oh, this is
here.
nice. So remember, it also is a clipboard stack that you can remember
It will,
previous
yeah.
pastes.
And I mean, at any point I can say clear the clips or
that's
automatically
handy.
add clips or this or that. So if I'm in my iPad and I'm let's see, I'm in. Well, no, Penultimate. I'm not going to be able to copy anything from. If I'm in Dropbox and I don't want that, and if I want Elements.
Can it go? So it can go from the iPad to the desktop as well. It can go both ways.
Yeah,
Ah, neat.
Either or. I'm just trying to find something where I could copy from. Okay, here's my. Well, no, you don't want that. Now I'm under pressure to find something that's like not.
Copy it now! Quick! Copy
I'm trying.
something!
I'm
Quick!
I'm trying. Gosh, there's so much. It's like everything I'm looking at is like important tax information. No.
Social security number. No.
Tips and tricks. Okay, so here we go. So here I'm in something in Dropbox, and I'm just gonna copy something that I'm interested in, right?
So you copy that whole article.
Yeah, if you want to, or just a little bit of it. But sure, let's go ahead and say copy. Then if I go over to CloudClip on my Mac,
So it runs in the menu bar.
Oh, I forgot one step. Duh. So once I copy, I have to then say, hey, CloudClip.
Right. Because there needs to be
So if you
inter-app
see,
communication.
This is everything that I've just copied, right?
That's a limitation on the iPad. Is one application can't see
Right.
what another application is doing
Exactly.
unless you copy it and then go to the other application and be on the clipboard.
Right, exactly. And at that point, if you go over to my Mac, you see that there's this information to delete a file.
Awesome.
And what I've done, I mean, you see like the first few
it's
first
there.
few words of it. But yeah, it's there. And at that point, I can go ahead and say paste pretty much anywhere. If I go ahead and say paste here, there it is. Ta-da! Pretty cool, huh? So it's a little cumbersome the first couple times. You're like, oh wait, I forgot to go into CloudClip first. But then once you get the hang of it, you realize there's just another
It's just
step.
part of the process, yeah.
And it's neat, especially if you've got to get an article. It's either this, or you're emailing it to yourself, or I don't know, something else that's somewhat cumbersome. I mean, I guess you could sort of do like a Dropbox type of a thing where you save, and that's fine too. But just between two devices where you're not actually really throwing anything up into the cloud, works like a charm. And again, it's free. CloudClip.
CloudClip.
Pretty neat, huh?
Wow, those were all handy and dandy.
Agreed.
Every one of those.
Yep.
Is there somewhere I could find a list of those so I could remember them?
It's funny. You wouldn't think that there would be a place where everything would live.
It's
but
probably in
there
your
is.
CloudClip.
Well, it could be.
In fact, I think I saw them all in your CloudClip.
If I wanted them to be, then
Yeah.
they would be in my
Yeah.
CloudClip.
Where
But
else?
For you can go to twit.tv/IPT. That is our show archive. That is where all very cool. Such as episode 137 from last week. That was a fun one. Leo put his laptop on his head.
Why did I do that?
Or a clipboard.
Oh, that's right.
Look at me. I'm
I was
sort of
trying to
like,
nap.
I think I might be
You're
wearing
unimpressed.
the same thing I'm wearing today.
You're pretending that you can stand me.
Not impressed.
Are you wearing the same outfit?
I might be. It doesn't matter. I don't have that many
That's
clothes anymore. I
terrible.
threw everything out recently. So yeah, this is our show archives. All of
Was
our
that-
links to everything that we talk about are at the bottom of each of our episode pages. So don't fret. If we ever talk about anything, you don't have to be like, where do they help? Everything's there. We make sure of that. So
Is that
thanks to
because
everybody.
they smelled like natural gas from leaving the oven on all night? Is that why you threw your clothes out?
No, they're just really old. I have clothes from like the Tech TV days, and I just decided these are threadbare. So grow up, Sarah. And now I don't have anything.
I wear all my stuff from Tech TV.
Yeah, I just
These
I don't
pants
have.
are from Tech TV. Hey, we're going to take a break, and I have some very exciting news for you. Hey, before we go on, this is a special insert. Leo and Sarah aren't here right now, but I am going to insert myself into iPad today because we got another iPad giveaway. Woohoo! Yep, from our good friends at Citrix and GoToMeeting. I really believe that successful teamwork is a foundation for successful business. It's one of the things that we really focus and foster here at Twit. And it's nice when you can meet face to face, but it's hard to build a team with this modern world, when you have clients and coworkers spread out everywhere, I mean, literally all over the globe, always moving around, and that's why GoToMeeting is really a valuable tool. We have, our sysadmin is in Philadelphia, our programmer's in Vancouver, we've got people all over the continent. But when we need to meet, we can see each other with HD faces using the GoToMeeting software. We can share screens, we can collaborate, we can train. It's great for sales too if you've got a PowerPoint or a keynote presentation and you want to show a client. And I really want to emphasize this. It's very easy for your client to use GoToMeeting. You send them the link. If you have an Outlook, it's just a click away, or you could just send them a link in an email or even a text message. They click the link. Even if they don't have GoToMeeting installed, it installs in seconds, it's running, very straightforward, and now they're seeing your screen, they're seeing you, you're seeing them. If they've got a webcam, you can present even from an iPad, which I love. It'll use the iPad camera, the iPad mic, the iPad audio. There is just no better way to meet in person. So I want you to try it. Now here's the deal, for 30 days free, if you go to gotomeeting.com and use the promo code iPad, and because GoToMeeting wants you to use your iPad and present from your iPad in meetings, we're going to give you an iPad, one of you lucky winners. It is still a little chilly. I know we just had a big snowstorm in the Midwest. We want to know if you could host a meeting from anywhere using GoToMeeting, where would it be and why? You can tweet your answer. There's a couple of hashtags. Actually, there's one. iPad Sarah. What about me? IPADSARAH. And then also, if you would, hashtag it GoToMeeting. What'll happen is we'll go through all the GoToMeeting iPad Sarah hashtags, and we'll pick at random. But to be eligible, when you have to, and you'll win a free iPad, which we will autograph if you want. But you have to answer, where would you meet, and with whom, why, with GoToMeeting using your iPad. And make sure you add those two hashtags, hashtag iPad Sarah and hashtag GoToMeeting. Contest ends Monday, March 11th at 11:59 p.m. And we will announce the winner on iPad Today on March 14th. Okay? So you have from now till March 11th. You can enter as many times as you want. I'm sorry to say contest open to U.S. residents only. There's no way we could do it otherwise. We have to do it that way. We do have all the rules and regulations online at inside.twit.tv and on our blog. Don't forget to try GoToMeeting free today. Use the offer code iPad, and good luck. Here's your chance to win an iPad. Remember, who would you like to meet with if you could host a meeting from anywhere? Where would it be? Why? With whom? Hashtag iPad Sarah, hashtag GoToMeeting. And good luck. We'll announce the winner on March 14th, a couple of weeks, on iPad Today. Now, let's get back to the show. We're back.
Hey. Neat. I don't know where I went. I was sitting here the whole time.
Good luck to you. I just hope you win.
Me too.
Yeah.
I hope you win and you.
No, only one of them.
But I hope they all win.
They're all winners in my book, but only one of them.
I know just one can win, but I don't want anyone to win over anyone else.
None of you are losers. You're just not winners.
Right.
Which is kind of like losers.
First loser. That's number 2. Hey,
First loser is I get it.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't make that up. That's something that a lot of people say.
Did
you know that in New York City, the New York Police Department has put together an iPad team? They're going to crack down on the theft.
I'm not sure I buy this.
Because it came from the New York Post?
Yes. We talked about this on Mac Break Weekly. The whole thing is, hey, so we figure out every iPad has a unique identifier. Uh-huh. And then we use that identifier. We call Apple. We say, where's that iPad? And Apple tells us.
No, it's true.
And there even was one in the Dominican Republic.
That's right.
And the special New York police officer assigned to Santo Domingo recovered it.
Boy, you really do know the story inside and out.
I don't buy it.
It's almost like you're reading
it's
it,
called
but you're not.
Find My iPad.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's a crackerjack team in the 5 boroughs.
I think some guy's got a good gig in Santo Domingo, Dominican. Yeah,
Right,
I'm the
yeah.
NYPD officer in the Santo Domingo area, and I can find your iPad, no problem.
You're really good at that.
I just need the IMEI number.
You're really good at that.
And I'm
They
set.
say that 74% of all stolen Apple devices resurface within greater New York area.
I invite you to go to New York City, the borough of Manhattan, perhaps.
Okay.
Leave
I would love to.
Leave your iPhone in a cab and then call the NYPD and say, help me recover my iPhone.
And hope I'm part of that 75%.
And see what happens.
This is not a problem unique to New York, by the way. In San Francisco,
because it's not worth recovering.
In San Francisco, friends of mine, women, well, and men too, I mean, they're getting their iPhones and iPads yanked off of their person all the time.
And what happens
People
when you
don't
call,
even want their money.
What happens when you call the San Francisco Police Department about that? Exactly. They go, good luck. I hope you got insurance. Because
Well,
you can't, I mean.
Well, the thing is like, you could find the device, right? And then it's like, okay, well, I mean, the person who stole it off me and mugged me are probably kind of scary.
Yeah.
So you could try to enlist the help of the police department to try to get it back, but it gets a little complicated. It's not just like, there's the iPhone, I'll just take it back.
But I'm just wondering how much help you're going to get from a local police department if you say, hey, I know where it is. Would you help me go in and get it?
Well, in New York, quite a bit.
Does anybody have an experience? I'm just wondering if anybody in our chat room has any experience with the NYPD reporting a lost iPhone. I have experience reporting a lost phone.
Yeah.
But this was a few years ago. Maybe now it's different.
Now it's different. Well, they've got a whole team. San Francisco, I mean, we're just trying to, you know, keep the poop off the streets. We got bigger problems than this. So.
We're just lucky we can keep the poop off the streets.
Well, and we haven't really tackled that one yet either. So.
Actually, we're not doing very well about that at all.
No, it's just, hey, you know, gotta love it. West Coast. For
So
life.
in Philly, they give you a piece of paper, say, fill out a report there. And then they put it in the file.
In New York, they're like, woo, gotta find an iPad, woo, woo, Santo Domingo.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it back.
In San Francisco, the police said, we got an online page. You can file your report.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It seems to me, you know, first of all, the New York Post is not known for, you know, its journalistic credibility.
Well, it's not necessarily
I find this hard to believe.
A fake story. It's just a sensational story because they get to say iPad in the headline.
Right.
Just let me have my police fantasy of the iPad team.
I know your police fantasy.
That's not it. The fantasy is that if I lose my iPad, they give it back to me.
That's a good
where
fantasy.
the fantasy ends.
Yeah.
Did you know that the 60 Minutes app last fall yanked AirPlay support, which is so stupid.
I hate that.
Because,
I don't understand that.
But it's back.
Yeah. Well, everything's doing
now.
that now. So there's something going. I think Apple's going on. They're making deals because remember we talked to HBO Go just re-added that a couple of weeks ago.
Well, it never had it in the first place.
What is going on?
I don't know, because there were some angry folks. Now, I sometimes watch 60 Minutes, but I have an over-the-air antenna, so I actually get CBS. So I don't necessarily need to watch it from my iPad, but that's something that I think is really cool. I enjoy some 60 Minutes episodes. The Taylor Swift interview, for example.
Was that the one with the screaming goats?
No, that was different.
Okay.
It's funny, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that as well. You're the one who told me about the Taylor Swift interview, I think.
On 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What did she say? Because I love her.
She said something. Somebody said, I like her.
She said, I
watched her on 60 Minutes. It might have been Tom Merritt.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get the two of you confused.
He's more of a Taylor Swift fan than I am.
Well, I think he became one because he thought she was interesting.
Said,
I don't even know if
John
that's
Mayer.
who I'm talking about at all. John Mayer, that's totally
That's
different.
another one?
Well, that's another singer, yes, but it's a man and not Taylor Swift. But yeah, 60 Minutes now has AirPlay functionality back. So if for any reason
Good.
you were like, ugh, this app sucks, screw you guys, that's pretty good news.
Do you know about
What?
appstore.com?
No, it sounds like App Store, but I know that, wait.
It's an Apple address.
It is?
It is, and this is really handy. And you probably didn't notice, but of late I've been sending my app caps to you using that URL, and you probably didn't even notice.
Well, yeah, because you don't really send me
I pretend
caps.
to. I think about it. I'm going to send you one, and then I know.
In your mind.
But if I were, I would say, here is the URL for, let's say LastPass. You go to appstore.com on your browser /LastPass. You can do this with the name of almost any app. You click go, and then what happens is it opens up the App Store on your iPad, or it will do this on a Macintosh as well in the website, and it opens it up as if it were doing a search for LastPass. So you see, I went to appstore.com/LastPass, and it's opened up. Remember we were talking about that? The 3 apps.
Love it.
Whose screen is that?
I don't know.
I was doing a search for 60 Minutes, but I think it was trying to open up iTunes. There it goes. I don't know why it went to that other page.
appstore.com/60minutes. What it does, I figured out, is it does a search with whatever you put after appstore.com/, And so if you can't remember, the name of an app or you want to do a search for an app, you can just enter it in your browser, appstore.com/.
And then, because I do that all the time, where it's like, if you say, oh, I want to, review blah, 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 and it's like LastPass, for example.
Right.
There's several different
hard to
apps,
find.
but it'll at least get you to the point
Right.
where it would be as if you did a search for LastPass from within the App Store.
So if
That's
you're listening to a
awesome.
show and we mention an app, you can always try that, appstore.com/ and the name of the app. And 9 times out of 10, it'll pull you right to the app.
Hey, did you know that app Pair, that's, it's for like 2 people?
I use that
Do you still use it?
with all my girlfriends.
Well, how do you do that? Because you can only have one.
There's also avocado.
Oh, I see.
Pair is not Pair anymore. It's called
Couple. I didn't know that because I
Well-
haven't really used Pair in a while. Shut your face. But it's called Couple, and it has added some Snapchat-like functionality.
It's really, I have to say, I love Pair.
Yeah, it serves a really good purpose.
It's designed for a couple, and you can give assignments to your couple, your other person in your couple. You can say, hey, could you pick up milk? So it has task lists.
Sure.
You can kiss them. They have the thumb kiss.
Thumb
the
kiss,
ever
kinda
popular.
fun. And
Weird.
It's fun once or twice.
Yeah, once or
Okay.
twice, and then
Yeah.
you stop doing it. But you can also use it for sexting.
Or just a picture of your cat.
Of your cat.
Like
That's
I'm
it.
talking about
Exactly.
a
Send
feline animal.
a cat.
Or dog, canine.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No,
you
it's fun.
guys.
It's a really. Now, did you know? So it's now called Couple.
It's called Couple, and I was very confused. I noticed the icon when I was updating in the App Store because I had
I
like
would
300
show you.
apps to update.
I would show you my couple, but I think you wouldn't.
Oh, I don't want to see it.
wanna
No,
see
it's
it.
not. It's not for
It's
me.
personal.
That's why we're looking at the video that they put
Yeah.
together.
So-
I'd show you mine, but
It's cool.
It's
It's blank.
It's not blank. It's just.
Empty.
It's just
Okay.
not for
So there's a new
consumption.
one. There's a new one.
Sheesh.
I know. It's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want
just
pictures of
thought-
David Prager to be showing up on your iPad.
Come on now.
I'm just teasing you.
All right.
So there's another one which you might want to take a look at called
Okay.
Avocado.
Okay. Well,
now
I love
neither one of these
avocados.
is iPad apps. We should say they're both iPhone apps.
Right.
But Avocado is copying a Couple. It has some additional features. You can instead of a thumb kiss, you can actually put lips on a picture of somebody, which is kind of fun, and kiss them.
Yes.
I think it's fun. Anyway, there's 2 of them, so you can have 2 boyfriends.
Gosh, that Couples app video got weird at the end. It looked like she was crying.
It really did.
Did she cry?
It really
It
did. I don't know what
got-
happened.
No,
got
she was
emotional,
moved.
and there was like.
She was moved because he drew a flower, and she said, "I hate him so much."
And then she's like.
And I'm in high school, and I don't know this guy. He's like 45, and he just sent me a flower, and I have to.
And now I'm
I
a
have
ghost.
to hide my head because look at all of the pictures, just fun, happy-go-lucky.
Oh gosh.
She's
you
thumb
know
kissing
what?
him.
Look at all you.
Yeah.
Oh look, man, go to bed. Jeez.
I like it, and it's fun.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like Path or any of the social networks. But it's only for 2 people.
Well, no, is Avocado any different, or is it just the same?
I would
more
try
of the
both.
same?
I actually kind of like Avocado a little bit better.
You do?
It's not free,
Oh.
which in a way I like
Why?
because I don't know how long Pear's going to be around.
yeah.
And I don't know it's very difficult to think of how they would monetize Pear.
Sure, because it's like, what do they? I mean,
It's
like,
my
you
personal
can't sell
pictures.
your data.
It's very personal. So this is very similar, and you do pay a fee. I think it's free, but for full features, you want more.
Well,
so you can
it-
put a little swack on the
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
What does
It's
SWAC
similar.
stand for, by the way?
sealed with a kiss.
Oh.
Why?
Well, my whole life, my parents used to say it meant Sarah wants a kiss, and they'd go, And so for a while, I was like, that's so cool. It's for
The
people
whole
with
world
my name.
says Sarah or
And then,
Sam.
and then at one point, I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I thought I was the king of the world.
Well, you still do.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of crowns in your studio back there. Woo, the king of the world.
I'm the king of the world. And then I grew up and I found out it was Sarah.
Oh, yay. So we got a duh tip from Barry Wallace. This is like not really a duh tip. This is more of just a, hey, this is a cool thing that you can do. But he says, you've taken photos on your camera roll, of course, and then you've grouped them into an album on your iPad, say. He says, that's great. Only problem is, the only place that album exists is still on your iPad.
Right.
You can't move that group of photos easily to your PC or another iPad unless you find them in your camera roll or your photo stream and then you move them. He says, I have a Dropbox solution to get around this. From your iPad, you create a Dropbox folder with the same name as your iPad album. I actually did this earlier, so I'll show you what I did. Photos. I went ahead and created an album that I called Tintypes.
Ah.
Okay, so there it is. They're not real tintypes. This is just a hipstamatic filter. But I took one of you, actually. It's very flattering.
I've seen that before. Why did I see that? I love that.
I took that last week.
Oh.
It makes it look like really dramatic.
Yeah,
and,
I love
like
that.
A little crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, so I have a few of these, and then I went into Dropbox and I followed Barry's instructions. And if we go back to Tintypes, I went ahead and made a folder that said Tintypes. Okay. And then he says, you click the plus on the folder and then you upload photos here. I've already done this.
Okay.
But if not, I would go ahead and, I guess I could, you go ahead and say, okay, Tintypes, I'm gonna go ahead and upload, right? To a particular folder. And then he says, once you've uploaded the photos, you now have a folder on Dropbox with a copy of that album. You can use iTunes on your PC to sync this to another iPad or use Dropbox to sync it anywhere else. And then you can delete the original photos and then sync the album back to your iPad. So you have...
This is awfully complicated.
It's not complicated. No. He's just explaining.
Okay, go ahead.
He's basically explaining, you've got this album on your iPad.
Right.
And you're like, this is great. I love it. They're grouped great. But I can't do anything with it. So you outsource it to Dropbox. And then from Dropbox, you can get it back to your iPad at any time. Because you can bring it back in, but it's on Dropbox. So you can basically delete your local media.
If you create albums, I'm trying to think, in iPhoto on the iPad, which is my favorite photo album, photo app on the iPad. Everybody should have iPhoto.
Yeah.
It's $5, but it's great.
It's totally awesome.
I'm wondering if these albums don't also get propagated onto iPhoto on your Mac. I have to try it. But does somebody know? Any album that I create here, is this gonna, or events or journals, is this gonna be created and copied over to the iPad? It seems like it would.
It should be.
I mean the desktop.
It should be, and it should be full res as long as the photos started. Even if the photos are in PhotoStream, it should be full res when you open them on iPhoto on your computer.
Yeah. So I think that's cool.
That's the way it works.
So that's what I would say is use. So this is a what?
What is that?
Why is there green there?
Oh, it's some light behind you.
Oh.
Yeah.
God,
There's a green light literally right behind you, so that's what that
I'll
is.
just turn this a little bit.
Yeah.
There
you go. Is that Norway?
This is Norway.
Fun.
So I made a Norway journal, and I think that this then propagates up, which is kind of nice. I know. Anyway, I think that you should look at iPhoto as well. It might be a more intuitive way to do that.
All right.
And everything I take, I always put it into iPhoto anyway.
We got an email. This is kind of fun. Well, it's not. This person is not having fun, and I'm not going to say their name. They call themselves so-and-so from Apple Creative.
Okay.
Says,
They're from Apple.
Yeah. Every day I'm bombarded, I think they work in an Apple store. Every day I'm bombarded by customers with Apple ID issues. I'd be the first one to admit that I hate that Apple IDs can't be merged.
Yes.
That being said, it seems many of the customers I work with have no grasp on how important it is to remember their passwords. We were talking about this earlier.
Yes.
What good does it do if you make super complex passwords only to forget them? Just the other day, I had a person come in with 4 different Apple IDs, each one created because the customer had forgotten the passwords.
That's my mom. It's exactly what she does.
Says, making an already complicated situation worse, this person made purchases on each of these accounts and then was super annoyed to find out I could not merge them.
Nope.
Stop the insanity.
Yep.
I think LastPass is probably a great solution for some of these folks.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can suggest that when you're at the Apple. I'm not sure what the Apple employees can suggest.
I think
when it
they
comes
could
to
say,
that sort of thing.
we recommend a password manager. You might try 1Password or LastPass.
Yeah.
These are good choices. I don't know if they do that. I would hope they would, because it's not as useful if they're not able to recommend third-party solutions. That would be a great help, I would think.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also reset it, right? You forget your password. Because some of these folks.
It is very confusing, and I'll give you an example with my mom, who's 80, admittedly, but she has a Mac, she has an iPad, she loves technology, but she's confused about which password is for what. Is this the password for the Wi-Fi, for my internet service provider, for my iPad, for my Macintosh? What is and what does this have to do with anything? And then the iPad is additional passwords because there's the iCloud password, but there's the iTunes Store, which may be a different password.
Yeah.
And so it's confusing as to which account. What do they when they say log in? What am I logging into? My Wi-Fi, my Apple Store, my iCloud, and that's we know, but I think it's confusing for normal people.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's, you know, the whole thing, it just works. I mean, it doesn't really, not in this situation. I think a lot of people are like, why would my iCloud password be different than my Apple ID? I don't have a good answer. I have several different Apple IDs.
Right.
And then I have another iCloud password, and I
Right.
just have memorized it. That's how I know.
Because it's
But that's
your
not a good solution to memorize.
bad ex-boyfriend's weight divided by the size of his
No, that
nose.
is my ATM card.
Oh, your
So that's
PIN number.
That's different.
Got it.
And even that is, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I'm sorry, Apple creative
You're not alone.
person.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And gosh, you know, if you work in an Apple store, you see it all. You see the range.
You do. You do.
And one of the reasons people use Mac stuff or iPad stuff is because they buy into the notion I agree with, which is it's simple, it's easy, it's for the rest of us. But you know, I think it's a little unfair for computer and technology companies to say, oh, it's easy, it just works. It isn't. It's like saying you could just sit down at a piano and play it. It's not that easy.
Right.
You do need to learn some stuff. And I think a lot of people watch iPad today, for instance, one of the reasons they watch is they want to learn some stuff.
Exactly.
They want to get more adept at it. It isn't just you sit down and you use it and go, oh, I already know how to use it. You don't. You have to learn.
Yes.
So that's a false expectation, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, and it you know, depends on how much you want to tinker around. I mean, some people are like, I don't care, I just want one password. Why
Right.
can't I just have the one?
Right.
We got an email. This is kind of a feel-good family thing from
about
Ron
time.
Hunter. Yeah, really. It's
Yeah.
been
I've been feeling terrible.
It's been really downer of a show, you know. Ron Hunter from Billings, Montana wrote, I was watching your episode on AirPlay, Mirroring Options, and I just want to tell you how we use it.
How do you use it?
My 94-year-old mother-in-law lives with us.
Yeah.
When we do FaceTime with our children who live out of town, we mirror FaceTime through Apple TV to our big screen.
Isn't that cool? So you
and
get
then
a big...
everyone can see
Wow.
and hear the video interaction.
Do they get echo? I wonder through the, maybe not,
I
the
don't-
speakers of the TV. Maybe if you turn the TV off and use the, I don't know, that's interesting.
Yeah, you could probably isolate the audio somehow, or you know, maybe they don't have crazy speakers.
Right.
Ron says also we use the Apple TV to use the screensaver program, which is something that's in the Apple TV menu, to show pictures of an album of our granddaughter in Seattle.
Right, which she can update.
Yeah, from the album and photo stream that my son makes from his iPad, and we can access through iCloud.
I love this idea. When
I
they
know.
introduced this a couple of years ago, I thought this is great because this is exactly the use case. Grandparents they have their screensaver, or it could even be on your iPad, and they're seeing the photo album,
Yeah.
but it's automatically updated by the
Right.
kids with new pictures all the time. What a great way to share pictures. I think that's brilliant.
Exactly. It's like passive sharing,
Yeah.
but everybody's really happy about
Yeah,
it, and it
yeah.
looks really good. Hey, we love hearing from all of you. We try to include as many of your emails and your voicemails and your videos in every show as possible, so keep them coming. You can write us at iPad today at twit.tv. You can leave us a voicemail at 757-504-IPAD, or you can send us a video, question, comment, tip, or trick, something or other, upload it somewhere, and send us the link, and we will include it on a future show. Try to keep it to 30 seconds or less. Thanks in advance. Leo, what are you playing? Is that a harmonica?
It's my new Lantronix X-Print Server Ocarina.
Ooh. Oh, what a lovely sound it makes.
It's actually magical. This little box is a magical box. You know what this does?
What?
99 bucks. You plug a USB printer into it or a USB hub into it with as many as 8 different printers. All of a sudden, and then you plug it into your network. That's the Ethernet jack there. And all of a sudden, all those printers, USB printers, are network printers. But even better, all those printers and any other real network printers you have on your network are suddenly AirPrint printers. That means you can print to them from your iPad right from the no additional software or anything, right from the standard print menu, your iPhone too. This is the coolest little box. And if you've ever wondered, how do I, you know, there's certain printers that are automatically AirPrint printers, but there's 4,000 printers in the world, and most of them are not. Now you can print directly to any printer, even a USB printer. You don't have to add any software. You don't have to configure it. It doesn't take. In fact, somebody called me up and said this is too easy. I just plugged it in and it worked. I said yes. X-Print Server. Now, if you want to make an existing printer, a network printer, or you want to make all of your network printers AirPrint printers, this is it. Now, this is the $99 home version. Very simple, very straightforward. In a business, you might have more printers. There's also an office edition. That's $199. But that will allow you to print up to 8 USB printers and an unlimited number of network printers. Every printer on your corporate network is now an AirPrint printer. How about that? This is a great little device, and when you use the offer code TWIT, you'll get free shipping on it. So visit xprintserver.com/twit. xprintserver.com/twit, the Lantronix Xprint server. If you need this, it is like, I'm happy. You're just going to love it. We love it. Now it's time to put on your caps. Whoa, there's an alligator in here. You know what I am?
Right, Sarah.
I'm
Whoa.
an ostrich.
That's not what an ostrich looks like. What in the heck?
Okay,
What's happening?
this is a Kickstarter project
Okay.
called the Ostrich Pillow.
No, I think that's it's like a corset for a little lady.
It could be a corset for a little lady. It could be a dog. But really what it is,
It could be a dog.
it could be a dog collar. You put this on.
Oh my gosh.
That's for breathing. That's your breathing hole.
Okay.
And then you put your
Watch your
hands in
mic.
here.
Your mic is
No,
okay.
it's not.
Okay, so are you an ostrich now?
This is, well, you sleep like this. Or like this.
When
Has somebody been using this? It's kind of funky smelling.
when do you do this? I mean, when you're in someone's trunk?
This was $75 on Kickstarter.
What? What is it?
That's what I'm showing you.
Take it off.
You put
look
your
terrible.
head on the thing, and you put your hand in here, and you sleep.
Okay.
But I'm gonna just
I don't
say,
feel like I could sleep that way. That's like
I am not
suffocating.
an animal. All right. This is my Elephant Man hat.
There's a little bit of like yeah, that's exactly, you've got Elephant Man head. Great. Wonderful. That's $75? I
have
prefer my
not-
alligator. I think this is made of paper.
All I can say is my experience on Kickstarter has not been great.
You're buying the wrong stuff. What did they sell this as?
I only got one other thing on
Like
Kickstarter.
be in the fetal position with your hands above your head and you're gonna like it?
It's the ostrich pillow. You put your head in the sand, so it's a napping device.
Oh, it's a head in the sand thing.
Yeah, the ostrich. He puts his head in the sand.
Well, yeah, but nobody does that.
No, even
I
ostriches.
guess on an airplane, maybe if you've got the seat tray in front of you because you're
That's
so
the
miserable.
yeah, but it's not even.
But
that.
even then you're just gonna be hot. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I agree with you.
I am not into this.
I have one other thing that I got that maybe you'd like
What?
from Kickstarter. Don't please, alligator, don't eat me.
Okay.
I'm just a little ostrich. It's called the Joey Bra, and it's a brassiere with an iPhone slot in it.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
But
actually
the
tried
one I
them
got
on,
was
but
too
I've seen
small.
them
Maybe
on.
you'd like it.
Oh, probably. If it's too small for you, I'm sure it'd fit me. It's a bra, right? Yeah. That's probably like. Okay.
So that's two
Hey, so
things.
this is the part of the show where Leo and I.
Fearless says, I buy stupid things, then complain when I don't get it the next day. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, okay, Fearless. You know, you can save your money, maybe.
No.
Fearless is saying that you buy. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
no,
you know
that's what I'm saying.
He
I
buys
do, but that's
everything.
my job.
That's what he does here.
This
you
is
know?
my job.
Yeah. He buys good things and a lot of bad things. This is the part of the show where Leo and I put on ridiculous.
Where'd you get that one? I've never
headwear.
seen that one.
I don't know. It was just.
It's awesome.
It was just.
Awesome.
Is it an
I love
alligator?
that.
I don't even
It's
know.
an alligator head.
I think it's more of like a. Yeah, I guess it's an alligator or just some sort of like a dinosaur.
It
type
could be
of
a
thing.
dino.
Little something something. We both pick an app, we put on a hat, and we talk about why we like it. This week, I have Sound Uncovered, and thank you to Ron in St. Louis for suggesting this to me. These are the same people. It's a company called Exploratorium. Well, it is the Exploratorium.
Oh, I love the Exploratorium.
Yeah, and we...
They're in San Francisco.
Yeah, and we previously showed off another one of their apps called Color Uncovered. This was a few months ago.
Yeah, I remember
We're sort
that.
of the history of color and it's
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
really fascinating stuff. Same
Awesome.
idea, but this is for sound. So if I'm just going to go ahead and let's go back actually to here's my menu, and it for whatever reason it only wants to work in portrait mode. So you know if you can get over that, that's fine. Now,
why
what?
too many apps do that?
I know it bothers me too, but it's I don't know. I really
they don't
I
want
don't
to
have a
have
good
two
reason.
formats or.
I think a lot of this happens to be a very interactive app, so that's
Right.
probably a little bit more of like a developer being like, oh, it's going to be a lot of work to get
Right.
it to rotate. So so you have a variety of little projects here. So if for let's say I'm like find the highest note. Okay, so and we've got sound on here. Is there one? Try touching the keys in a clockwise direction. Be sure to go all the way around at least twice. All right. This must be the last one, right? Oh,
Now you can play the organ at a major league ballpark.
wow.
Dum 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 dum.
So
Whoa.
Sorry.
What is going on?
I got excited and I
Whoa.
went. So this is, it's one of these things where, yeah, you go like, okay, well, I don't get it. Why does it never stop? And then you can read about how the science of this all works and how your ears, trick you into hearing, certain things and not others. That's kind of cool. This is like a really.
That's a tuba.
Are you sure?
Well, obviously it's not, but that's what I would say.
Tell me. It
It's
was
the
sand.
sand.
An unusual phenomenon known
sand
as booming
thrumming.
dunes.
Booming dunes.
Isn't that neat?
Wow, it doesn't seem possible. Is he making that happen?
He might be making that noise. He had some crazy lunch.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It was-
I don't know if I want to publish that video. If I did that.
How about play it backwards? That's kind of fun. Madam, I'm Adam is a palindrome.
Yes, I know.
Spelled
Play
the
it
same way
backwards.
backward and forward. How does
Yeah.
it sound backwards?
Madam, I'm Adam. But I'm.
Oh, I know. Okay. Race car. Race car.
Race car is race car
Roxy.
backwards. Okay, this is just silly.
Senile felines.
Yes, something you like a lot.
Oh, be quiet.
Is it going to play it
It's
backwards?
processing.
Senile feline.
Oh, it's playing your recording backwards.
No, it's playing it forward.
Nelly Foyanis.
Who's that guy in the background? Sounds like the
That's
devil.
you.
Nelly Foyanis.
This is Twin Peaks stuff right here.
It is.
Kinda
I
fun.
am the walrus.
It's kinda
Paul
fun.
is dead.
What's
Try
going
that.
on?
Play Paul is dead backwards.
No. Oh, okay. And here's the thing: is that the point is that you go like, oh, it's a palindrome. It's the same.
Backwards and forwards,
But,
but
it's
not.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, it is, but only in the letters, not in the sounds.
Right. Paul is dead.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. I am the walrus. You are me and
Paul is dead.
Oh.
number 9.
That's
Number
it.
9. Number 9. See?
See? Now we know he's not dead at all. And the list goes on. This is just a fun. This is a fun thing. I like this stuff. It's great
Is
for
it free?
Yes,
All right,
it is.
then that's fine. That's cool.
That's
I wouldn't
very
want to spend
cool.
$20 for it, but
No,
for free,
you don't have to spend anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just fun to play with.
I think this stuff. This is
I
fun.
love them.
This is fun for me because I like to learn about this sort of stuff. It's fun for kids if they're
Yeah,
actually
kids would love
gonna,
this.
I don't really
Mind
know.
if I chew gum?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, but this is a fun app. This is a fun app, and I really liked Color Uncovered because I like color stuff as well. So Sound Uncovered, Exploratorium.edu, completely free.
Actually, I'm downloading it right now.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
my kind of thing.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Night Kitchen. But a couple of things before we show my app. Remember a couple of weeks ago I did 123 Creature, 123D Creature,
Yes.
that app, and then we talked about how you could order one. So I didn't order mine, but Jammer B, John Slanina, made one and ordered it, and this is it right now in the box.
What?
You want to see the creature that comes out of here?
Yes. Do you need
Okay.
an X-Acto knife?
No,
or
he says
something?
he already opened it.
Oh, okay.
But where?
Oh,
Where the post-it is, it says do not open?
yeah. Now open it.
Oh, this parcel contains fragile items
Be
from
careful.
Sculpio.
Yeah.
So how much was this, John? $56. You got the biggest one? You got the medium
Yeah, the
size.
medium one.
Because even more for the bigger one. But they don't charge you for this stuff.
No. Ugh.
And just put it in the hole.
Yeah.
It's
There you
okay.
go. That's what it's for.
Yeah, it's just extra. It's
It's
just
for giving yourself a little hair,
yeah, it's just
little
extra.
Raggedy Andy kind of stuff.
Not a bad thing to have.
No,
if
it's
you've got-
that actually it's gonna help you sleep.
Oh, John, have you seen it yet? You haven't seen it yet? Oh, John, you're gonna love this. This is so
Oh,
cool.
That's awesome.
So this is he
is
drew
our-
this.
He made
in 1-2
this.
3D Creature.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
really
you
good.
painted it and everything, right, John?
I remember how
Let me
you
show
were
you
like,
the close-up for you.
You were talking about like the symmetrical aspect
Look
of
at
it.
that. Isn't that great?
That's really good. You're
John,
good.
is
You're
that
good.
is that all you'd hoped it'd be?
He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know,
That's cool.
isn't that neat?
Yeah. Well, because you know it looks like something. It's like, oh, I could have made that with clay, but you can't make it symmetrical like that.
Well, and the
You
point
know?
is, and I'll just show real quickly, show the app, because the point is that you do this all, and a kid, I think this would be fun. Now, $56 is kind of expensive, but I think a kid would love to be, to do this,
Nice
and
hair.
then get his, and get, there's a small animal. Right
There's
there.
an Aussie.
Say nothing about that.
Yeah.
And we'd love to get his little 3D creature that he created. Admittedly expensive. What's the least expensive? It was like $30. They're really 40. So I mean, remember they've got a 3D printer.
I mean, and that's
these.
pretty small.
But you could see this is the one that I was starting, and it would be the same idea. You could print this. You'd probably want to do some more work on it before you print it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think
I
that's
love
really
that.
neat.
I think
Yeah.
that looks like something from, I don't know, the Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
You know, you can see this little guy
Yeah.
flapping around.
And John gave it wings and a face, and kind of put a medallion on the front and everything. That's really neat,
good
John.
times.
Let me put that right here, so we can have him as like a little gargoyle watching over us while I show something that's been an app cap probably every year we've ever done this show. But it should be an app cap every year because if you're a baseball fan, pitchers and catchers reported. In fact, we had our first weekend of spring training games.
Whoop, whoop.
And this is MLB at Bat. They update it every year. They've updated it once again. Now, the app is free, but there are in-app purchases. If you want audio of all the games, and I think it's worth it, $19 for game day audio. What I love about the game day audio, for every Major League game being played, you can hear either side, the home team
Love
or the
that.
away team. So if you want to, hear how the Angels announcer does it, or you want to hear how the Rangers announcer does it during a Rangers-Angels game, you could listen to both sides. I think that's a lot of fun. I like our Giants play-by-play guys, so I always want to hear them. You have that choice. There's also highlights. And if you want to spend even more, as you know, I think it was $150 last year. I don't know what it is this year, but you can even get video in this of every out-of-market game. Now remember, that's out of market because games are often blacked out in market. But here's today's spring training game. Giants and Dodgers tied up 8-8. Giants were losing 8-4 in the ninth inning. They came back with 4 runs, including home runs from Bond and 2 home runs from Pill. I found that out because I looked at the box score. You can even look at plays directly and see what happened, play by play. You can even watch video highlights. Now, this, because it was a spring training game, doesn't have the highlights. Once spring training is over, they will. I really think this is a must-have for anybody who's a baseball fan. I even take it to the ballpark because, now, unfortunately, nothing's going on right now, so I can't show you. But they have the live pitch cam where you can see where the pitch goes, where the batter swung, what happened. It really is great. MLB at Bat. The app is free. There you go. That's the live pitch cam, so you can see the pitch location. Even if you're at the ballpark, it's great to see that. There's the video highlights. Yeah, a lot of this isn't working yet because it's just
So
spring
new.
training. Yeah.
But this is, I mean, we talk about MLB at Bat once a year.
We have
And
to.
Because it's baseball season, people. This is important.
This is the real
Very
deal.
important.
As we go in defending our World Series championship.
That's right.
San Francisco
We are the
Giants.
best.
I'm
We're
going to
the
wear
team to
this to the ball
You
game
should, yeah.
to show my support for Brian Wilson.
Yeah. There you go.
Fear the beard or whatever this is.
Yeah. I don't think they'd let you in with that. They'd be afraid that you'd be smuggling
Oh,
weapons.
and they'd let you in with what you're wearing?
I'm an alligator. I'm a friendly
Yeah,
little
I
alligator.
think that looks more
All I
dangerous.
want is some garlic fries and a team that wins. I'm not asking for much. Just to, you know what? We have to get out of here. You know what? This show is ending. This show is ending right now. Great app cap. We got MLB. We have Sound Uncovered for me and all sorts of other good stuff. By the way, avocado is free. At least it is now.
Yeah.
You
No,
said-
no. There's an in-app purchase for
Oh, there's an
$20 a
in-app?
year. Yeah.
Really?
But it's basically free, but you have to pay for some additional features. You're going to want to pay for it.
I see.
And
All
I
right.
think it's good to pay for apps that you like because
Then you support the
you're supporting them.
developers.
And I worry that apps that aren't monetized, they're going to go out of business in a year, and they're going to have all of these pictures that I'd be embarrassed, and what's going to happen to them? So I just think it's better to have a business model than not.
All right. Well,
I
on
just
that,
gotta stuff
on
my
that
hole somewhere.
note, thank you for watching, everyone. You've been wonderful. This is getting a little out of control, so we're just going to go ahead and say goodbye. Remember, we're live. Usually, we're.
You know what they call this?
But no one cares anymore.
Millinery.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
Nobody,
do.
Nobody does.
People make a lot of money designing hats like this.
Great. You look so ridiculous, even for you. I can't even look at you right now. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're usually live on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. See you next week. Same time, same place.
Off with a head!